Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and just as soon as I get the computer going, I'll answer your comments, so be patient. But Bob, don't worry about it. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it takes to get your wife. Well, I don't mind. Got my books and a cup of tea. My sister and my niece gave me a whole bunch of brand new lipsticks, so I don't know where they're getting them from, but this is going to be good because I got a lot of rose pruning to do. So this will come in handy, and you can see all the different colors. A lot of them will match some of the wood. But aside from that, let me put the lipstick on the side. I got a good supply now. I got my iron tools ready right here to start doing our little bit of surgery. So I'll show you my little babushka. Today I looked on my phone. It says outside it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit, so my calendar shows, or my little thermometer in the basement says that's equivalent to 13 degrees Celsius. Today is Monday. My crab I started from seed. It's 30 years old, and we're going to repot it after 5 years, and it's got some bad roots on it. I admit I neglected it because I was doing so much other stuff, but my little babushka, here she is. I don't know if that's the way you spell it in Polish, but I can remember the ladies and going to church wearing their babushkas. So I'm going to start right now. I'm going to cut some of these branches off back to here, and maybe I can take some cuttings out of it. I'm cutting them so that I can have them grow in the direction where I want them to grow. So I'm just growing above the where the branch starts to leaf out, so like right about there. So this one's doesn't grow out this way for me, so I'm going to take a cut back to here, and I'm going to see if I can root these later. I'm going to take this one back and this one back to here, and this one. And my little babushka hasn't flowered yet. I don't know why, but maybe it's drastic root pruning because the roots are bad. It's like a club foot on her. So I might take this back to here to keep her bushy. This one's growing into the inside. We don't want that. We don't want this, because they're all growing into each other like that. Got a long one growing out this way. I don't need it. So I'm going to cut that close like that. Okay. This one's growing down. I don't need that. This one's growing down. I don't need that. Okay. I don't know how long Mr. Fussy Pants will work out, but if it doesn't last for the root pruning, then I can always show you once I get it done. But you can see the crazy roots on her. She's got like a club foot. This is like a aerial root, which I should have pruned and I didn't. I thought at first it looked cool because I was listening to everybody else, but in the long run, no. So I got my little ratcheting pruners from Ironwood. So I'm going to just take that back. We're going to go in as close as we can to here. 2, 3, 4. Nice little cut. This thing cuts good. Perfect little cut. And let's see what else we can cut. I think we can take this one off. Yes, Ironwood also sells other good pruners too. But I'm going to take this guy off. What I like about them, you just squeeze them and they open. Take this guy out. Okay, now we're going to have to see what her roots look like. I'm going to try to take this club root out of there the best I can. And it's probably loaded with ants, but I don't know. It's going to be a Herculean task to get her out. So what I'm going to do is just take my spatula Go in all around it. Loosen it up. I'm going to try a different soil for her. She survived the winters good. Put her in a microclimate in this little pot. It survived the winters real good. There we go. Take that out. Let's see if I can get her out. I think she'll come out. Yes, it does. Look at that. Look at that. That's our pot. As you can see, the roots are starting to grow. And the screens are well embellished into here. So let me get that out. Let me get this out. It probably still could have stayed in the pot, but I have to do something drastic to get her to flower for next year. So you always prune a apple tree after it flowers, but since my little babushka doesn't have any flowers, we're just going to take the soil off. I'm going to try to get rid of that club root. Piece of wax. There we go. Just get that out like that. Now we want to get that piece of root out. And I don't know if we can get it without defoliating it all. Get all these roots out of the way. Well, Tom, we should have known that, so that's all right. We'll put our little bottle on the side with our flowers. That can always be fixed. I should have thought of that. But I didn't know our little babushka would be giving us a little bit of trouble here. 5 years in a pot and she didn't grow much. But maybe I gave her too much nitrogen towards the end of the year so she wouldn't flower. I don't know. But you can see it's got a good mix of gravel in with the soil. So right now I'm trying to get this all out and see if we can really pull this root out. There we go. What'd I tell you? And this root is a root and a half that grew, this aerial root. So this is something else. Look at that root. So you think this will back bud and have its own little bonsai tree? I have no idea, but we can give it a try. Zen, if you're watching, yep, it's a ruddy mess. Okay, let's take this out of the way. Put this on top of the bucket for now. Cut some of these roots. There we go. My little babushka. Let's get all this out. This will be a task for starting to clean up down here. And with this change in weather, it was hot like in the 80s and then it's dropping, so it really goofed up the arthritis. But what are you going to do? Gotta live with it. Hoping one day to get rid of it, but whatever happens, happens. Okay, little babushka. I'm going to have to put her in the shade after doing this because it's like 11:30. So I don't want her to sit in the sun after repotting. There, we got all that out. So you can see the roots on her. Look at that. This is going to be something. Just push all this out. And take my little skewer. Try to get everything out the best we can. I don't know if you can see it, but let me get this a little closer. Get it down more so you can see what I'm doing. So it has a real nice loose soil in it. That Peace River gravel did a good job on it. So Some of these roots are fierce. And I mean fierce. So I'm going to use a 50-50 mix of my fluorite and peat, but I'm also going to use for the bottom, but I'm going to use the rest of the use up the rest of the floor sweeping bonsai gravel on this one, a Little Babushka. Now I can't really do much with this root. Let's see. Let's use my there. Get that off. And then I'm going to seal all her wounds. Don't be afraid, just pull it out. I'm going to seal all her wounds up with the lipstick. And I think that's the best we can do. I can't do no more with these because they're fused in, if you can see it. So Tom, don't be neglecting your roots. Especially our Little Babushka. She's been with you for a long time, but look at, she's got a nice radial root base right now. And let's get all this out of the way. Put her down. We'll do some more pruning, but first we got to get her in a pot. But first I'm going to get this one growing down out of the way. And what else? Get this guy growing out of the way. And this one coming down. This one. Get all those out of the way. These are going up into here, but I got the start of a branch coming out that way, so I'm going to cut a little bit above. Just like that. So we got some powerful root cuttings. And let's get a little closer here. Get all this scarring off. Okay, Little Babushka. Cut this. These are all good. This one's pretty good. Cut it back a little more. I don't have my other cutters to cut in close to that. Let me see if I got it in here any place. Nope, I got them someplace, but I have to look. Here they are. What a mess. I like my sign, bless this mess. So I got these little branch cutters here. I'm just going to cut it just like that. We got it, so hopefully it'll curve in. But right now, before I do anything else to it, I'm going to repot it. Let's get all this junk off. Don't worry about messing up stuff. That's what you got a broom for. So we can get her in here pretty good, but as you can see, we got a root going off crooked, so we're going to cut it back. Cut this one back. This one. Get this guy, and she should fit inside. Just like that. This one's coming too much. I don't like it. There's our Little Babushka. Okay, so now that we got all our cuttings here, I have to take this back, put in our 50-50 mix in the bottom there, put our Little Babushka on the side. Let's get cutting time because our video's running fast and low. Remember, today's Wednesday. Cup of tea. If you like comedies, comedy night. Anything your heart desires. Like for me, I can't do nothing, can't watch videos, can't do anything except read a book or watch some old TV. So I'm just going to get this nice little mound so we can get her into the middle there. And I think maybe we have enough just like that. Then I'm going to take my mikus, put it in real good, I'm going to say, Tom, it should have beneficial bacteria in there from the last time. I know that. But I just want to get it in to give it another little start. And get our azus here. And you're wondering, how is this tree standing up? It's leaning on my shoulder, everybody. Put in our azus. There we go. And then I'm going to put it in a nice shade. So, I don't know if I'll have enough on the of my mixture here. But let's see what we got. And into this 50-50 mix, I also got some worm castings in here. So right now I think I'll have enough of this mixture for our little babushka here. And how is she standing? She's standing good right now. Okay. So remember, if it cuts out, little babushka is going to go in the shade. It's a nice cool day, and tomorrow it's going to be cool. It's supposed to drop down to 37 degrees tonight, or 3 degrees Celsius. So that's all right. Let's see what happens. Just like that. Tom, you're losing it here. Get all this in. There we go. Just like that. Get our little skewer. Push the soil in. Into the roots. Use your fingers. Like the old commercial with the when they had the old Yellow Pages Yellow Pages phone books. Let your fingers do the walking. Okay, so now to dress up the top, we're going to take some of our floor swept mix. And we're going to put it on the top. Just like that. Now it's going to probably be a little shaky because the wind is a little bit fierce out there, but not that much. But still, I don't want her flopping all over the place, so I'm going to get some big rocks. Put it on her so she can be stable and keep her in the shade for about a couple of weeks, just so she gets going. There we go. Got that. It's a little bit high, but that's all right. I just want to get the roots in so it gets together. What kind of a lipstick we got today? We got Cabernet 60. My goodness. Well, gotta get this paper off the Cabernet. So, you know, they're all brand new. I don't know where my sister and my niece get this lipstick from, but they get it cheap, but that's good. So there's the Cabernet. So all we're gonna do, that deep wound in there, I'm going to hold it and cover her up. I'm not watering it yet because I have to cover these wounds. And this will keep water and insects out from going inside and decaying it. So Cabernet looks pretty good. I'm going to put this on this guy. This stuff we can clean up a little later, but I got to get her outside. There's a big knot on here that aged pretty good. There's another one here. So don't forget, have your wives or your girlfriends or your neighbor, hey, give them a couple. Ask them to go looking for lipstick for you if you're afraid to go out and get it. I'm lucky for my niece and my sister to get this stuff for me, because they go to these garage sales and they get them cheap. I don't know where they get them from, but that's pretty good. Right now I'm just dabbing them. I'm dabbing all the spots where I cut. I mean, you don't have to dab them all, but it gives them a nice little finished look. Now, I bet you I can cut it back some more, but right now I want her to recover. So we're going to get Mr. Elephant here and water in our little babushka real good. And remember, I'll try to answer your comments once everything's fixed. But Bob, you take care of your wife, Nancy. Nancy, I'm hoping you're feeling better. You get well. And Bob, don't worry about nothing. My computer can wait. Don't worry about it. Once it's done, I'll answer all your comments. So there we go. And then Hoss got some nice dark fish poop water in there. And it's going to be a nice gentle little fertilizer starting for our little babushka. And I'll get some rocks to hold it down and put her in the shade, especially with a cool day like today. Now it's running out real good. Our little babushka is set. She's in there nice. Everything is good. Nope. So we'll see what happens to her. And I'll try that little root on there and see if I can grow it. Let's see what happens. I'll find another pot and put it in, and will it grow? I have no idea. So you take care, everybody. Whoop, Fuzzy Pants got me down to 21 minutes. Might cut out fast. So you take care, everybody. Have a good day, a cup of tea. Enjoy an old-time radio show and relax and have a nice day, everybody. Take care.